We get the people what they want.
Jalen,
What up, now?
is there like a single syllable or a sound that best encapsulates your feelings about the Lions' performance against the Packers?
Sure, and I must do a distinction for the national viewing audience. When we struggle, there's a purr, and we meow because it's not a good day.
Yeah.
The ferocity just isn't there when we lose. But when we win against the Patriots,
Give it to the people.
and then beat the Packers, so y'all thought I was tripping. Anybody was listening to me, we done beat the Packers 4 straight times.
Here's the thing, Jalen Rose. Didn't just beat the Packers. They kind of whooped the Packers. Like it wasn't as close as it looked at the end there throughout the entire game. Stafford looked good. There was one thing that did help the Lions beat the Packers. The Packers kicker.
True.
Mason Crosby just missing field goal, missing another field goal, missing another field goal, missing another field goal, and then missing an extra point in a crucial moment in the fourth quarter. Do you think it was Crosby, or do you think it was the Lions?
He was out there kicking like Bing Crosby. And the funny thing is, Aaron Rodgers and he have been teammates for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
Kickers normally get underappreciated and overlooked, though they have an important job to do. It's just unfortunate for Packer fans that he missed 4 field goals and an extra point. But anybody that was watching around the league, ask Cleveland, do they have any sympathy?
And it's not
There's
just
so many teams that have
this
kickers
isn't really
that are
about Mason Crosby.
At all.
The Lions were doing kind of whatever they wanted against the Packers defense. It was a great win for the Lions. Do you think the Lions could actually win the division in real life?
I think that people overrate the Packers.
Okay, that's not
I have to
my
say
question.
that. I'm about to go through really quick the teams in the division. The Packers are one that people think are going to win the division.
Mm-hmm.
What ends up happening is when you have a great player in Aaron Rodgers, people underestimate all of the other flaws that you have. Like, they don't have a true running game. They were playing without a couple of receivers, though Devontae Adams went crazy. And their defense hasn't been consistent or notable. So I feel like we're just as good as they are. For the Chicago Bears, from what I saw from Mitchell Trubisky when he threw 6 touchdowns, that was special. Their defense, like I was telling people, it has an identity. That worries me. I understand from Buckets to Singletary to Urlacher. Now they got Khalil Mack. They drafted Roquan Smith. Like, their defense is stout. So I would say I give the Bears a slight edge over us. But the best team in the division is the Minnesota Vikings, and they showed it yesterday.
Probably. I don't believe the Lions are going to win this division, but I think you should savor these victories.
I will.
Savor them, because I don't think there's going to be too many more like this.
I don't know.
I don't think there's going to be too many more like this.
But
while we're savoring the Lions, let's take a look at my man Galladay.
Galladay
makes a great catch, and then we got safety coming over, little safety coming over, help eat that, and then continues to run almost all the way to the end zone.
That's what I'm talking
Stiff arm
about.
highlights are my favorite highlights. They're just so disrespectful. This one's a little bit more off balance.
That's what he said to Clinton Dix. Ha ha!
It's a little
like Jada. Ha ha!
That was a little more off balance to me than like the power Marshawn Lynch stiff arm, but I always love a stiff arm. I have a quick question for you, Jalen. Where are my homies?
Where my homies?
Where they at? Where they at?
Where my homies?
Creeping through the
Where my homies?
I love referencing Il Al Scratch every single week when we talk about Patrick Mahomes.
I'll take her.
And let me tell you, it doesn't look like this is going to stop anytime soon.
No.
And this time, Mahomes was not 4 touchdowns and 400 yards. Mahomes is pretty pedestrian. You know, he ran for a touchdown, but he threw 2 picks. But this was important for the Chiefs, and here's why. Their defense really showed up. Their defense was great, forcing turnovers in all different ways on the field. Could this win mean more for the Chiefs than a Mahomes' great performance because it gave him a little more balance?
No question about it. The way he set the league on fire his first few starts, for them to score over 30 and him not have a touchdown pass is truly impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the defense that has been much maligned got a chance to play against the Jacksonville Jaguars team that, and I have to make this distinction because it seems like people keep forgetting this part. Yesterday, appreciate a run game. A lot of times it's the best friend of a quarterback. And when Blake Bortles can turn around and hand it to Leonard Fournette, which he was not able to do on Sunday, it now makes him a high-volume passer.
Yep.
So he threw for over 400, but he threw 4 picks, too.
A lot of those yards came in the fourth quarter when they were down and they were just kind of like moving the ball but not scoring.
And so the weapons, you see Tyreek Hill making a play.
Mm-hmm.
You see Hunt making plays. Kelsey didn't get in the end zone making plays. So like they have weapons galore. And for their defense to play the way it did, again, the Jacksonville Jaguars were without Fournette.
Yep.
It was really impressive.
Not a lot. Bortles had to drop back and pass. They couldn't really stop the Chiefs' pass rush. Forced a couple turnovers. But the Chiefs look so good. Chiefs-Patriots next week, prime time, big game. Do you think the Patriots could beat the Chiefs?
I think who's playing at home?
I believe it's in Kansas City.
I'm going with Kansas City.
I think so, too. I think Kansas City's far and away the best team.
They're steamrolling right now, but New England's look like a new football team.
It's actually in New England. It's actually in New England.
I'm going with the Patriots.
Really? Oh, I'm going with the Chiefs. No question about it. I can't wait to make you do push-ups after that one's over. The Chiefs, to me, look definitely like the best team in the AFC, but there's clearly a best team in the NFC, and that is the Los Angeles Rams. Went into Seattle. Close game, went back and forth. They ended up needing a 4th-and-1 run. Jared Goff pushed his way, got like 3 on it. He got stood up all pumped and made me so excited. Are the Rams, to you, clearly the best team in the NFC?
They are, and my Super Bowl pick as well. For a team that came into the game, they played without Aqib Talib. Marcus Peters didn't play like a Pro Bowler in that game. He continued to get burned. They lost Brandon Cooks during the game. And Cup, but it shows their depth. Woods has been balling all year, okay? And Todd Gurley, 3 touchdowns. Give it to this guy in the run game. He helps you to play action. You can throw it to him in the pass game. Swiss Army knife type of player that you can give it to on 4th down and steal a victory.
So we all, looking at the NBA season briefly, we all kind of feel like it's going to be the Warriors and the Celtics in the finals. Right now in the NFL, it kind of feels like it's going to be the Rams and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, doesn't it?
It feels like that now, but I have to see the Patriots get beaten before I pick against them, though they have a 41-year-old quarterback, but he just so happens to play like Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that their weapon's going to continue to improve. Josh Gordon running more routes. He caught a touchdown in the previous game. They got Edelman back. Gronk still seems like he's a little banged up. Don't be surprised that he eventually misses a few games. But I have to see a team take them out. The thing that they're going to have to contend with is usually they have home field advantage. And that didn't cost them in recent memory, but I think that may be something that bites them this year.
Definitely. The Giants, off to a tough start.
Yes.
They played a pretty good game against Carolina in Carolina, but then there was a kick, and it all fell apart. There's a lot of focus on Odell Beckham. He had some questionable comments made to Josina Anderson before the game. Then after the game, let's listen to what Odell said about what he said about Eli.
I don't regret anything that I said. If it took that for us to come together as a team like we did today, I could take that every single time. I kind of spoke to the team just to relay the message that sometimes stuff comes off the wrong way. Words can be portrayed in any kind of light. I'm trying to be a leader. This is a position that I've never been in. I'm trying to grow. I'm learning on the way, so I'm on the fly. But I'm proud of where we went today.
So let me get this straight, Mr. Rose. Did he just go on wax and then speak badly about his quarterback, and then after a loss, take credit for what he said, bringing the team together, and then say he's a leader?
Correct. And to paraphrase, he says, if it took me talking bad about my teammates in the organization in the media for us to come together like we did today, then I would do it again. Does he not realize it was their 4th loss on the season?
I just love the idea that after all of this, he's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pat myself on the back. Good job, me. Causing all this controversy, getting all this attention, disrupting the locker room. You know what? That was a good job by me.
And so I'm not going to put all of the Giants' issues at the feet of Odell Beckham.
No.
For anybody that has 2 eyes, he's a mercurial talent, caught for over 100 yards, finally got into the end zone as a receiver, threw a terrific touchdown pass to Saquon Barkley going up the right side streaking. He caught a couple of nice punts that resulted in short runs. However, he had his flaws. He dropped 2 balls. He ran into a ball during a punt that led to a touchdown for the other team. So the problem is when you try to be the leader that's going to call people out, you have to be perfect. Guess what players aren't? Perfect.
No one is.
And so when that dynamic now goes from we but I got to make sure I take care of me. And, yeah, I should score a touchdown every game. No, I should score a touchdown every quarter. I should get 20 receptions like the top receivers in the game. You can't always talk about what the team should do and it's going to make all of us great, but you're saying we need to give it to you and allow you to carry us there
to be great
when you're still shooting us down. You didn't accept being in New York City, said you love the sunshine. You didn't give your coaches any love or respect in the dynamics of play calling and leadership. Eli Manning, if he didn't realize, actually won 2 Super Bowls before he got there. And so that level of dysfunction is going to continue to carry this team throughout the year.
Quick question. What was Lil Wayne doing there? I didn't understand it. What was Lil Wayne doing there?
Well, it looked like I'll do the interview, but I got to bring the homie with me.
Yeah, it was like an emotional support rapper. You know how people have emotional support dogs? It's like, I have an emotional support rapper. Me, my emotional support rapper is Lil Wayne. He helps me through tough times. Joe Cena, continue. That's what it felt like to me. And there's also, he has famously sort of blown up on the sideline, Odell Beckham Jr. But this week it was someone else. Let's take a look at Sterling Shepard, part of the receiving corps. He attacks the bench. That hurts your hand. You know, I know you're frustrated. And then the trash can attacks the trash can. Now Odell Beckham is the peacemaker here. What do you think about all this frustration from the wide receiver corps of the Giants?
Dysfunction. And there's exceptions to every rule for those that have been watching football for as long as I have. And one of the things that I notice, usually teams don't thrive when wide receivers are the leader. A guy that probably touches the ball 10 or 12 times. And in that dynamic, it has to be about me because a lot of times he's on an island or he's in a slot. So he's going to be judged by how many catches, how many yards, how many touchdowns. Not necessarily like a quarterback. They get judged by how many wins. So when your personal behavior of the leader is to blow up on the sideline, when your personal behavior as the leader to say, you know, I know we play Green Bay on a Sunday, but we're going to kick it in Miami on a Monday. And then that same person that was with you both times saw you get a big contract at Sterling Shepard. Who was in the locker room celebrating with Odell when he got paid?
Sterling Shepard.
Okay, so now when he's the guy behaving like you, Odell was trying to console him, but guess what he couldn't do? He couldn't say nothing because I've seen you behave like that. That's why he was just touching him. That's why he was just trying to cool him out. That's why he couldn't be demonstrative as a leader. And it just creates an unfortunate situation because I've drafted Sterling Shepard the last couple of years on my fantasy team. He is a terrific player. I just feel like that team now has been vulnerable publicly for us to acknowledge they truly don't have the leadership that they desire.
Stay tuned to Jalen and Jacoby because it was a crazy, crazy night in the UFC. We're going to break it all down right after this. What is the biggest animal